What up, what up? This your boy Stevie Franks.
It's Sunshine.
Fallon.
And this is the More For You podcast, giving more for y'all because y'all deserve more, you heard?
Today we have a super special guest in the building. He's been in the radio industry for over 20 years, and he's the #1 podcast coach in the area. We have OnAirWithSir, a.k.a. Mr. Love on Purpose. What's up, sir?
Yo,
Hey.
That sound great. #1 podcast coach in the area. I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
That was
What's
a
up,
good
y'all?
intro.
What's good?
This is pretty dope, man. Thanks for inviting me. You know, I got my hair cut. I brought my water out
Okay.
today. I cut some lemons.
He's
you know, I'm
fresh.
bringing all, man. That
All the
positive
good
energy.
vibes.
What's going on? This is a dope studio.
Yes. Shout
is
out
a
to
dope
Ace of
studio.
Spades, Stu.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so what's going on with y'all? It's 2020. How's it going for y'all so far?
Yeah, how was the break for everybody?
It's good. Should be 2020. I feel like every year is like a fresh start. You know what I mean? Get some new money, some new goals. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if it shouldn't have to be another year for you to have to want to straighten yourself up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like your mind should already be locked into something. You should be trying to be a better you every day. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Definitely.
But
Yeah.
I guess a year revamp is like, this year I'm going to try harder. This year I'm going to try to do this. This year I'm going to try to do that. But you got to keep it going. You can't stop.
Right.
Like a
February.
month, you know what I mean, into the year. And then, you know what I mean,
Right,
want to
right.
keep going. That's like a regular habit. You know
It
what I
kind of
mean?
puts a lot of pressure on people, though.
I mean,
the new
you
year.
put that on yourself.
Yeah.
Don't nobody do that, you know what I'm saying, for you but you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel like if it means that much to you and it's that important, you should be doing that all year round, not just to say it because everybody else saying it. You know what I'm saying?
But I was
I
home
feel you
chilling.
on that.
I had a nice break from the 9 to 5, so I was relaxing. I loved it, and I got to go back on Monday. I'm not really ready. I'm kind of in a depression right now because I got to go in. So I'm trying to prepare myself mentally. So
It's like the night before school.
right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I was off for like a month, so it's like I don't even know what to
They
expect.
gave you a long break.
Yeah, they did. So now I don't even know what to do. I'm like, I'm like.
Well,
trying
you
to
got
get
your
it together.
2020 goals lined up?
I got them lined up. I
Okay.
don't like to put too much pressure on
I
myself,
understand.
but they're lined up. I got a couple things I'm trying to do.
Okay. How about you, sir? What you working on?
2020. So all right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Every day is 2020. You know,
Yeah,
when I wake
I feel
up,
you.
I'm just happy to wake up. I'm chilling. I don't
Right.
I don't have any pressure from trying to meet expectations from
Right.
from any external source or anything like that. So
Okay.
I'll be chilling. But I was out with friends. Like we was just, chilling in the crib, just listening to music.
Yeah.
And then like everybody started saying like, "Oh, Happy New Year!" And we was behind. I didn't get a chance to get my
wow.
phone out. Like that's how you know you're having fun because we didn't even know.
realize.
We didn't realize that we were already in 2020, still
Oh.
chilling. Like we was in.
I needed to be there. That sounds like
Right,
a
Right,
good
right,
party.
right.
Yo, they always say that, when you lose track of like time,
Yeah.
labels, all the things that you think you are, and you just find peace. So.
Right.
Right.
I like that.
Definitely. That's what's up. Okay, so
What's up?
So let's get into the Fab Five. So I'm gonna just recap what's been going on since the last time we were here.
Okay.
So real quick, going into 2020, the highest paid athletes and we got the highest paid musicians. So we got Floyd Mayweather coming at $915 million.
Damn, wait, hold on. Say
Whoa.
that again. You said 900 what?
$915 million he made.
915.
What? That's
So he was number one. Number two, Cristiano
That's great.
Ronaldo, $800 million.
Who's that? What does he
I'm
do?
gonna tell you, I don't know what he does.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wait,
I
does
don't
anybody
know
else
either.
know
Some of
who he
these
is?
people, I don't know what they
Okay,
do. I just know
okay.
they getting money. I know they doing that.
That's what you do now. They get money.
Yes.
Lionel Messi, $750 million. LeBron James was on there, $680 million. I thought he would have been higher, but
that's still hella bread.
right, that's still Brett. Roger Federer, $640 million. Tiger Woods, $615 million.
Yo, Tiger Woods is still like doing stuff.
Yeah,
Still eating.
I was kind of surprised when I
haven't
saw
seen
that.
Tiger Woods. Well, no, I'm sure he's still alive. I didn't hear of his death.
But I was just-
I haven't. No, but I'm just saying.
I
I haven't heard or seen Tiger Woods.
I think he still got like Nike deals and stuff, right?
Okay.
Does he? I thought they
Nice.
ripped all those endorsements away.
Well, shout out to Tiger Woods, man. Still
He's
getting
still
that
doing
money.
it, Right. Phil Mickelson, 480 million. Manny Pacquiao was on there. That's my boy, 435 million.
Go ahead, Pacquiao. Get that money,
Kevin
baby.
Durant, that's one of my
Get that
favorites,
money.
425 million. And then Lewis Hamilton, the race car driver, he came in 400 million. So I didn't see on there. I was surprised. I didn't see Kobe on there. I didn't see Michael Jordan on there. So I don't know. Everybody buys
their
them
time
Jordans.
is over.
It's up,
Their time's
right?
done.
It's
It's,
up.
it's more bread out here
funny
now.
Jordan wasn't on there. Like, that's
Yeah, because
crazy.
everybody buys them
How-
sneakers, like, you know?
Well, that's only from your point of view.
Right.
You don't know.
I never
what
bought no
he's getting
Jordans.
and how much money he's putting
Right.
out. Yeah, I've never bought a pair. No, I did buy a pair of Jordans.
Hey.
Maybe one in the last 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is probably why he's not on the list. I haven't been supporting.
I never owned a pair of Jordans. That's why he's not on the list.
Wait, does anybody have a pair of Jordans on in a row?
Nah.
This is why he's not on the list.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
People moved on to bigger and better things, I guess. I don't know.
Jones like $300 for a pair of
Right.
sneakers. Like,
I just don't
oh,
value it on them. Yeah, like that
nah,
much.
that's
Me,
crazy.
I agree. I don't either.
Yeah.
So the musician. So number one, I wasn't surprised. Dr. Dre, 950 million. Taylor Swift,
Beats.
825 million.
Taylor Swift.
That I was a little bit surprised.
Wait, now are we only doing millionaires? Because I don't hear no billionaires.
Right.
This was on the Forbes list. So this
Okay,
was
gotcha.
the top 10
Okay,
athletes
so
on
Forbes said that these are the people
right
that are popping right
and
now.
the top 10 musicians. So
Okay.
after Taylor was Beyonce, 685 mil. So big up to
KB.
Beyonce, right?
Taylor
Big up
is
to
making
Beyonce.
more money than Beyonce.
Yo, see,
I
it'd be
don't
the
know.
ones that
Crazy.
just be quiet. You
But
know?
I'm wondering where's all the statistics coming from? Like, you
It
know
just
what I'm
come from
saying?
people
Like,
head sitting in the office.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying. That's what I'm
basically.
They
feeling.
like, don't put Beyonce second.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's all
to be honest, I mean,
like,
that's what it is. You know, I'm
They,
in
they,
radio.
got, they got to be missing something.
They
You know,
I
it's
think they
just
try
too
to
much
look at their
bread around.
assets. Sometimes that they, different assets, they add that stuff up.
That's
I
scary,
mean, but they're
though.
still inaccurate because people don't tell you everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
what I'm
it's
saying.
just
Like,
Right.
True.
And it's
Yeah.
scary how they can just track
Somebody
your
came
bread
out and
like
said that. I think it
Right.
was 50 Cent came out and said that these Forbes lists really
Right.
aren't
They're
accurate
just
because
not
they don't
accurate.
report everything that
No,
they
right.
making. So
Right.
I guess it's just to give.
No.
And
And
I'm
then
saying-
also too, people don't want people to know how much money they make. So Jordan could be,
Raking it
listen,
in.
there are people that are
Billions.
not on the list because they choose not to.
Yeah,
be
they
on
don't
the
want to
list.
be
Don't
on
put
there.
me on there.
Yeah. And I would be one of those people. I don't
Right.
need people
Yeah,
in
I
my
don't need
pockets
nobody
knowing
knowing.
what I
Exactly.
got.
I don't need nobody in my business. Mind
So-
your own business.
So after Beyonce, we had U2. That's the rock group.
Right?
Oh, okay,
Still
okay,
getting
okay.
They
it.
had
okay.
675
That's
million.
crazy.
They still getting it.
I
Still,
love you
right,
too.
still getting money.
Are
They're
are they
dope.
still doing
They're
music too?
old. They're
I'm not
kind
sure,
of old.
Yeah,
but I'll
okay.
listen to
Yeah.
their old stuff any day.
I think they just finished tour. What was that, like maybe a year or two ago? They finished touring, so they still
Okay.
out there. Diddy came in with 605 million. Big ups to Diddy because
Still getting
he's
it.
still
Take that.
getting it. I
the
respect
legacy.
it. He's been around
The
for a
legacy.
long time. Elton John 565 million, Jay-Z 560 million, Paul McCartney 535 million, Katy Perry 530 million, and then finishing it up was Lady Gaga with 500 million.
I thought Jay was a billionaire.
But you know what's funny? He
don't wanna be on
I think they're talking about from music. That's what I assumed.
Oh, from music.
That the money that they made
Okay, that
specifically
would make
from
sense.
music.
That's what I'm saying.
That would
Like,
make sense.
Yeah. So
that would make sense.
because I was thinking the same time, like he's a billionaire, how he? But I think they're just
Yeah,
talking
it's just
about
music.
right.
Yeah, maybe. It's whatever. They
I
want it.
thought that it was. Oh, I could be wrong, but I thought that it was Beyonce and Jay-Z combined made them billionaire couple.
that
Am
could
I
be.
wrong?
That could be the
I
case.
think
too.
Jay
But
is a
Jay-
billionaire
But
now.
Jay
He
is a
by
billionaire.
himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
By
'cause he has
himself now.
Tidal
Yeah.
and he has
Oh,
Rock
I'm
Nation
sure.
and he
Yeah.
has Megan. He has all those artists
Yeah,
now.
Rockaway.
that
Yeah.
everything
yeah,
is
yeah,
his now.
Right.
Oh,
so,
sure.
He's
Yeah.
expanding
He
everywhere.
owns everything but
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So.
He said, "Don't put me on there.
Yeah.
Don't put me
He
on
might
that
be coming
list."
for you next. Though.
Nah, it's not happening.
Bouncing off of that, since all these celebrities getting all this money, they decided to trickle that down. So they're increasing the minimum wage now. So it's 21 states that have increased their minimum wage. So later on we can post that list. But
Is Jersey on there?
Jersey was on
Is
there.
Pennsylvania on there?
Ooh.
I don't think Pennsylvania
course.
was on there.
Of course
but here's
it's not. Of course it's not.
But
I'm leaving this interview.
I should have known.
no, I got good news. Here's here's the good news. The federal government, so that's states. So the states are looking to increase, but the federal government, they're thinking by the middle of 2020, they're going to raise the minimum guideline to $15 an hour.
That's still not
So
enough.
It's not.
You have to be making $35 an hour in order to live.
If you see this list,
You did that math?
there's still
Okay.
states where their minimum wage is $7.25.
And the 35
Where?
an hour that I'm talking about.
$7.25, like in the Midwest, I think.
Yeah, they
But they
It's
houses
crazy.
also be like $500 a month.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So, but I mean that the government raising, that'll help some states, some people somewhere. So we could look out for that. Hopefully in the middle of 2020, they're saying they put a
don't want
law
minimum
out
wage.
there. Right.
I'm good on minimum.
I know
I feel
some
you.
people that they
Need
were
that
like,
information.
They want to see that boost.
The
I feel
people that are waiting for the minimum wage to go up, can I just tell you that you're worth more. You're never going to make the amount of money that you're worth. You'll always be unhappy with the amount of money that you possess.
Say that.
Sure, indeed.
This is true.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that, but I know I'm on a More For You podcast and we talking about the top. You know, but that's just my love on purpose quote right there.
Of course.
For that
There you
little
go.
section, you know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with that. On a positive note, they're talking about they have a new treatment for breast cancer. They're saying that it's like going to shut it down. It's called TDXD. That's the abbreviation for it. I'm not even going to try to say the name. But
Wait, can
Let
I
me
try to say
see.
the name?
Yes. Let's
you
try.
wanna-
Here, let
check
me
this
see.
out. Check this
Take a
out.
shot.
All right, so
Take a
everybody's
shot.
going to take a shot at this. Okay?
All right, let's
Where's
go.
it at?
Here you go.
Is this it right here?
Yep.
All right, it's called. Oh snap!
It took his breath away.
Meow, meow, meow.
Pull that out.
No, you know
Pull
what
it
it's
out.
called? You know what it's called? It's called TDXD. That's what it's called.
All right.
What do you think that is? Wait, hold on. I forgot it already. It was a lot of. I've never seen those letters in that
All
form.
together,
No,
right?
in that form, like in that formation before.
Right.
Trust.
Hey Siri.
Pass.
Nah, go ahead. Trash.
I can't even ask Siri because I don't know how to say it.
Durix.
What's TDS?
Well, fuck it.
Let me see.
Yeah.
What's
Come
this
on.
word? Where you
Come
got?
on, Clarissa. Come on, sunshine. Let's go.
All right, let me see.
Got the solar panels out there. I see it. Let's go. Let's go, sunshine.
All right. Trastuzumab deruxtecan.
That sound more.
I
That
know,
sound
that sound
better.
better
That
than-
sound better than what we
That sound-
say.
yeah.
That sound better than what we say.
All right. Wow.
Okay, so back to breast cancer being
All
gone.
right. So
Right.
okay.
Gone forever. Breast cancer is gone.
Hopefully.
Wow.
It will be.
Yes.
You have to speak it.
Speak it
And
into
so,
being.
what are they waiting for? FDA approval?
Yes.
They
And
always
it's-
trying to do something fancy.
They just waiting
like-
for people to believe.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
That too. But it's number one on the list for FDA approval, so that's supposed to be happening in
Do
the
you
next
trust
couple
the
months.
FDA?
I do not.
Okay, so
They already
we're
have
not going to
all
go
the
with
cures.
that.
So I don't know how much that means, but once it's approved by the FDA, it'll be put out on the shelves. So, you know,
Did they approve weed? Because
I got something on that though.
Is there any
I
weed
have something
here?
for you on that
Can
later.
we smoke in here? Are we allowed to smoke in the studio? Yeah? Is there any weed here right now?
I have weed in my car
Okay. Well, why is it in the car?
because
You
I don't
keep
have
the weed
it.
with you?
I don't have anything to roll
You're
with.
not a real smoker. You don't have nothing to roll with. You got weed
I have a weed and a lighter.
Well, I'm talking. I don't have
got
any weed, so
paper.
I'm bullshit.
Say.
All right, but go ahead.
Oh,
cancer.
so
Shout out
then
breast
I
cancer.
wanted to get into Harvey Weinstein real quick. It's
Oh,
looking like
Lord.
they came to an agreement. He's going to be paying out $29 million over, to the victims. The thing about that, people are really upset, is because it's looking like he's not going to really face. First of all, the $29 million is not coming out of his pocket. Okay, it's coming out of the company entity, however you want. So people are really upset about that because he's trying to make this deal so whereas though they can't prosecute him if they sign off on this. So it still has to go to a judge, but it's looking like it's going to happen.
You know, it's unfortunate.
The victims have agreed to it, so.
Right. It's unfortunate that people think that that money can just buy their problems away. I think that with any case like that, we just have to love on purpose and just wish that everybody has a successful outcome. Everybody gets what they want. As long as it's a win-win, and is loving it, then, we'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
And
that's
they were
really
saying-
traumatizing.
And they were
Yeah.
saying some of the people, it's outside of, the time where they could prosecute. So it's either nothing happens to him, or
But it doesn't
they get
matter.
some money out of it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's their.
It doesn't matter how much he pays, and it doesn't
No.
matter how long he sits in a cell, and it doesn't matter how many opinions we have of him. That they just want him to say sorry from his heart.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's it.
Oh,
And,
well, the
yeah,
biggest thing is he's not going to admit any wrongdoing. So when he does his payout, like you said, it's not he's not admitting guilt. He's not saying he did anything wrong. He's literally just making this go away.
No, that's
Right.
that's the problem. It's not that the money's not coming out of his pocket.
Right.
It's none of that. It's just that he's just not being sincere with how he interprets the situation.
Which means, unfortunately, it could happen again because it doesn't seem like he's learned anything. So he doesn't seem remorseful at all.
I mean, it happens all the time. So it's like most of these people who are the abusers aren't apologizing to their
No.
victims anyway. So
He
and they're
says-
not getting $1 either.
No, and he says he's done so much for females in Hollywood. So again, it just seems like he's not remorseful.
Yikes.
Well, let's just remember that we don't know anything
Yeah, we don't.
So
because we're not him. We wasn't there, and we not them, and we don't know nothing.
Right.
And we got to just pay attention to what we watch on TV and what we believe.
Yeah. I don't
True
watch
story.
any of that.
And
so.
also, too, I think it's important, too, which is why I'm on the podcast, to say that, like, you got to be careful what you say out your mouth because you hear yourself the loudest. So,
Of course.
just when you read and stuff, just to pay attention to what you, like, put in your body because, everything is food. So, you just got to pay attention to what you listen to, what you watch, what you breathe, what you read, and...
All consumption.
Yeah, I always say like the best thing to talk like I don't really like talking about people. I like talking about ideas.
Yeah.
And I always say that and like I didn't want to mess up the podcast either. Like I hope.
Nah,
I
you
messed
good.
up.
Oh, no,
You
not at all.
straight.
You coming with
You
the
listening,
wisdom.
Mr.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
on
yeah.
purpose.
Putting the 2020 wisdom
That-
out there. That's all
well,
good.
yeah, just that like just only talk to me about things I can pass down to my kids. You know what I mean? I just don't feel the need to embody
Right.
anger for other people's experience in life.
Right,
'Cause I don't know
right.
why the universe has them where they are, but who
Right.
am I to judge? So
Yes,
I
of
just leave it
course.
alone.
You
So-
seem like a very positive person. You know what I'm saying? Do you do like mental training with yourself in order to get like that? Or you just
all
like
day,
a,
all day.
Yeah.
I was just in the
Wow.
car. I was like, "Pro, don't say nothing. I got to get my mind right because they about to talk to me, and I want to make sure that whatever I say is the healthiest thing for their life. That I leave them better than how
Were you always this
Exactly.
vibrant?
Nah, not at all.
No.
I think I know that we all get there. It's just being patient until the person gets there. I think that we get frustrated sometimes that the person is not where you want them to be because you're holding your like expectations over them, and just that we just need to like accept who we are
Word.
and accept other people for who they are. Because everybody goes through stuff in life, and you just never like. So like, okay, so the other day I was saying to somebody, I was like, "Yo, what is truth?" Right? What is truth? Right? Because, for instance, if we go outside, right? You've been on this block for 10 years. Okay? You've been robbed 10 times.
Right.
Okay? I live next to you. I've never been robbed.
Right.
I even leave my door unlocked.
Right.
Who am I to tell you that this is a safe place? And I can't tell you that this is not a dangerous place.
Right.
Right? Because your truth is your truth to your experience.
Two
and
different
what you-
perspectives.
story,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So I just kind of, so for me, I respect, whatever, someone believes in or what someone is going through. I don't know how they came up. I don't know how their parents raised them or what beliefs they have or how they got the things that they have or, why they have those thoughts that they have about things. But I just try to help them find peace in their head because the argument is not outside. The argument is within.
Word.
So it's
True
like,
story.
when you see something, you're arguing with yourself inside about how you feel about it
Right.
and how you're reacting to it on the outside.
Right.
Most of the suffering, I feel like, comes from people feeling a way inside and not acting on that on the outside.
Right.
And so they suffer
Yeah.
because they're pretending they're not being who they really
Right.
are.
Nah,
Right,
it's true
right.
story.
We see-
You
we see a
fighting,
lot of
fighting
that.
with
Right.
yourself.
And it doesn't matter if it's money, if it's a relationship, if it's the weather,
Right.
if it's traffic. It could just be anything.
Anything, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But just understanding like, you can always have peace. You can always choose happiness. You can always love
I
on
like
purpose.
that. I
You
agree
can
with that,
always
yep.
do that.
Right.
Yeah, word.
You can
So-
always do that.
Okay, so what is peace to you? Like, what does that look like for you?
Peace is when there are no thoughts in your head. Where you're not really thinking about who you are and how you became the person you came. Where you don't have that narrative anymore, or that story about
very true,
right, or that story about why you are the way you are. Peace, peace I know is just accepting yourself for who you are, because everything else that's happening inside you is you talking to yourself about who you are and why you're not being that person on the outside.
Self-confidence.
Can I still be going through like a self-growth process and be at peace at the same time? Or am I not at peace because I'm trying to make myself better?
Yeah, you're not at peace at what is. Because it's just like what's outside of you is out. I can't control any of y'all. There's nothing I can do. I can't do nothing. I can't make anyone do anything in this room that they don't want to do.
Right.
You could slap the shit out of me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, damn, are you okay? What would make you do that? Do you know how angry I would be to have to slap somebody? Do you know what it would take? Do you know what I would have to be thinking about in order to in order to make my body move in that formation and believe that it's true, that it's right? Like, that's a lot. So I would be more concerned with maybe like what you're going through more than how I feel about what you did.
That's a totally different outlook on life, because I don't know how I would react.
A lot of people
like
need that outlook.
Well, no, listen. All right, listen. So I'll give you the number one way. You ever get mad at somebody and you get hot on the inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
My blood
definitely.
boiling.
Literally hot.
My blood boils.
Literally hot.
Literally hot.
Yeah, literally. Yep.
Now, you ever get mad, get literally hot, and then realize that it's not true and it just goes away? Right? Like maybe you thought somebody was cheating, or maybe you thought somebody stole something, or maybe you thought you had it F, or maybe you thought something happened.
Yeah.
But it wasn't true.
And then it's gone.
It wasn't true, right?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person. So,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not only,
But the thing is that I'm trying to show you is that when your body got hot, it got hot because you thought of something. So your thoughts create...
Control.
Right.
Exactly. So like your thoughts create
your reality in
a
sense.
chemical that's released into your body, and then your body gets hot,
Right.
right? So it's kind of used for like for the whole thing to keep you safe. So it's like, the whole like fight or flight thing, right? So your thoughts will produce a chemical. The chemical will produce like a reation in your body. Then your body will go into whatever it needs to go into.
Right.
Okay.
Right? No different from if I'm thinking about sex. Then my,
hormones.
Things happen.
it happens.
Right.
Like, what's up? What's up?
Right.
But that's all from a thought, though. I just
Right.
thought about you naked, or
Right.
maybe I thought about doing something with you.
So what's that saying?
So
As a
reaction.
man thinks, so is he,
Right.
or whatever. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
As
but it's not a
man.
man. It's just
Right,
you. It's,
right.
what I mean? Like, so,
Human.
Right.
yeah.
As a human thinks, so
Right.
are they?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
sure.
So I say all of that to say this: every time that your body gets hot, you're releasing. At least in my belief, this is just me. I just want y'all to know it's my opinion, right? When your body gets hot, you are releasing chemicals in your body that's killing you. That's where stress comes from, right? So stress is the
I
leading
think that's the
cause
truth.
of
What's
death.
that? Cortisol?
Yes.
Is
Right?
that
So
cortisol?
understand
Yeah.
this. So now every time that your body... So understand that your body gets addicted to chemicals just like it gets addicted to weed, alcohol,
Yes,
drugs,
yeah.
prescriptions.
True.
Your body gets addicted to the chemical reaction of your negative thoughts.
Right.
So your body starts calling on that
And
chemical,
do it again.
which is actually calling on the negative thoughts.
Right.
Which is stressing you out, which is killing you.
Right.
So understand that when you slap me in my face, in that moment,
Right.
I know
Right.
that if I get mad, I'm going to shave a month off of my life. I'm going to shave a week off of my life because my insides are
I
going to
like
burn.
that. Right.
Right? So like that's how I feel about
Right.
it. So that
Right.
level of self-love for myself allows me to walk away
I
from
like
you
that.
and be like, oh, I'm cool. But not only
Right.
that, I still got to live with you, even though,
Right.
even if we break up, even if we fight, even if we argue, you're still
Around.
out here in the world. And I have to make sure
Right.
that energy is what I want it to be.
And really, and going by that, the person's hurting themselves. Like
Yeah,
you
I mean,
said, if you stay chill,
we
then you're
all
good.
go back. We all go
Right.
back and be like, "Oh, I could have did that different.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, damn, I should have said that. Oh, I should have
kinda hate
said that." Blah, blah. But imagine
Them
when you
talks
don't-
in the
but you
shower.
But you don't have to do that because your mind is quiet because you didn't do anything.
Right.
You're not having those thoughts.
Right.
Like it's
Right.
almost the perfect example is it's almost like cheating, right? If you cheat, then you have all the worries that
Right.
come
That come with
it.
it.
And you never
Every
had
time
to
your
do
phone
it.
vibrates.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Who is it?
Oh my God. Who is it? Right? You're just living in that reality that you created for
Right.
yourself. But at the end of the day, I was just saying that I can be at that type of peace because I just am. Like, I'm just okay. I'm cool.
Nice. I like that.
You know?
I like that. We need to definitely got to put that, and that's a 2020 goal right there.
Well, you get what you put out. So,
Word up.
you know, like
I like that.
I always ask every show I come on, is the world happening to you or is it responding?
Nice.
Okay.
Well, revolve
Wow.
around energies.
Right.
Whatever you put out in the universe.
It's not
you'll
happening
receive in
to me.
return.
Right.
not
So
happening.
if it's responding, then, you know, take responsibility
Right.
and, you know, control it.
Okay.
And, you know, create whatever you want to create out of it.
Okay. So define love for me. Like, what does that look like for you?
Love is you. There is no explanation. You cannot describe what it is. It is just your being. Like, the fact that you are alive proves that there is love. Like, so I was just saying this to somebody in the car. I was like, the reason why your parents want you to move back in the house so bad is because you're the highest representation of God in their eyes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, when I see
Yes.
you, it's like, oh snap, God,
Yeah.
God exists.
Yeah.
There's a person. I made a person.
Right,
There is a
right,
God.
right.
I can't explain it.
Right.
I don't know how to,
Yo,
but I know that there is
I
a God.
know.
So, but I don't need a kid to feel that. I feel that because I exist.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
That's awesome. That's
So
funny
I
that
guess-
he's
2020
I guess that
goals.
that's where,
Yes.
where, like, yeah. So I guess that's where the peace comes from. Is just like knowing, like, yo, I'm really alive right now. Like, no
Right.
matter what happened yesterday, no matter what happens tomorrow, no matter what happens when I leave this interview, I'm really alive right now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
legit alive. I can do anything I want.
Being in
I
that
can
present
piss
moment.
on this table if
Oh,
I
God.
wanted to.
not on my strawberries.
But the fact that I can,
Watch the food.
but the fact that I can, I love it. So to answer your question, love is just love. Love is the progress of life. Love is understanding. Because when you understand everything, you can love everything. You know, I talk about that a lot because, like, people ask me about Trump or they ask me about, you know, all these different things that's happening in the news. It's like I can find a way to love everything and everybody in existence, no matter what.
Right.
And
I think you're right. If you
I
understand.
have that ability
Right.
to
Right.
do it. I can just listen to what somebody's talking about and understand where they're coming from. I don't have to agree or disagree, but I gotta understand.
Okay.
So I'm going to commit to learning some of that, taking some of that in 2020.
Yeah, to love on purpose.
Unfortunately,
You don't got to do anything else but
Right.
but remember, love on purpose. That's
Right.
it. You don't have to study, pray. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to read any books, go to any buildings. You don't have to do nothing. All you got to do is just love. Just love intentionally. Just love because you can. Just because you can.
right.
I know you got some stories.
Just because you
I know he got some
Yeah,
stories.
yeah.
I can tell he got some experience.
I got stories.
Yeah.
He
He
got
got
some
into a place
stories.
of peace.
We got to get into some of them stories.
And
I
that's
got to hear
why
this.
people always say I would never change anything. I like who I am because of where I'm at. I couldn't have got there without all of those things happening, and I accept them.
Gotta
All
go
right.
through it in
Would
order
you
to
say
get
that those past things were like traumatizing
All the shit,
in a way?
everything.
And brought you
I'm no
here?
different than y'all. I'm no different than y'all. I done had my
right.
heart broken. I done cheated. I done been cheated on. I done stole money. I done. Listen, I lost
Been there,
money.
been
I done
there,
lost
been
my
there.
job. I done slept on the couch. I done slept on the floor.
Yes.
I done did everything. I done been
Yes.
broke. I done been homeless. I done been anything you can think of. I feel like has happened to
Yes.
me at some point.
You
or
definitely
another.
have an interesting story about how you got into, from what I read, how you got into your line of work. Do you want to share that story?
Yeah, so I mean, so like my POV, and it's just my POV because if you ask anybody else that's in the story, they'll tell you a different story depending on how they,
Their
see
point
life.
of view, yeah.
Right. But, when I was 12, I was just not in a good place mentally. And somebody came along and was just like, listen, if you can try harder, if you could just show me proof of progress, if you could show me that you want to change, that you want to do something with your life, come back in a few months with your report card that proves that, with your mom that can back up that you've been doing well at home and that you are changing, and I'll give you a job talking on the radio. So I came back a few months later. I had my report card. I killed it. I got a few $100s worth of,
Nice.
You know what I mean, money. I got $75 for every A.
Right.
$50 for every B. for every C, D, and F, they was taking money away. And whenever I got in trouble, I couldn't come to the radio station.
Wow.
So that was the agreement.
That's a crazy story.
And
When I read that, I was like, that's a crazy
dope.
story.
Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome.
I wish more people would do stuff like that.
Well, that's why I'm here.
right.
To help people do the things that I did.
Right.
Because what I notice is that you can't create something that you don't know exists.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
True
Right?
story.
Yes.
So
definitely.
it wasn't until I went to a radio station that I could be on the radio.
Right.
You know,
and
it
you could
wasn't-
realize that you could do
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you
Right.
see it, you probably didn't even realize you could do it.
Right. I didn't even know that
It was
that thing
out
was
there.
there.
Right.
Right.
So,
Wow.
and then from there, I had some really dope
Super
experiences that I don't really like to talk about anymore because I don't want to brag. But just understand that if I told you, you probably would say you lived a full life.
Oh, no.
Right? So with those dope experiences, I realized that me seeing it and being in it and it happening let me know how real it is.
Yeah.
And now I can create it myself.
Right. You could do more.
So now I have to do that for
Right.
the people that don't believe in themselves
Right.
as much. Just
Nice.
help them to believe in themselves. Because that's basically what that guy did.
And
guy
that
helped
was
me
my
to
next
believe in
question
myself.
is how important do you feel it is to try to mentor people? Because I guess what I read, the person who kind of reached out and wanted to help you and kind of mentored you. So how important is it to you to do that for, like the younger generation?
It's the only reason to live is to express love. So as humans, the one thing that we can do that nothing else can do is express love, right? So the table can't love you, nothing
Right.
else can love you in the world besides another person. So understanding that I have this ability to do something that no other thing can do
Right.
besides another human being, I just used. It's a gift. Like love is a real currency. See, like people think that they got to make
Definitely.
money all the
Right.
time, but money is just one form of currency. Love is the highest form of currency.
Right.
So I always say that the only people that need money are the people that don't have friends, right? Because when you have friends, you don't need for nothing. Everybody
Right.
will give you everything and make sure that you're good at all times. You'll get to a point where somebody will be like, yo, don't take that money out your pocket, bro. Put that back in your pocket. Like,
Yeah.
don't disrespect me, right?
Right.
So, when you get to that level, you just understand, like, oh, snap. Like, love is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Like, you could really, but you just have to find it. I think that life is about, just finding how to use love and what love is about, and then how to create heaven on earth. Like,
Right.
heaven in
So
your world.
basically, you telling me I need more friends so I can save more money.
No, what I'm telling you is that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. So if you got shitty relationships, you're gonna have a shitty life, And we always try to blame the people for not being in relationships with us. Maybe they don't believe in the same God, or maybe they don't, just maybe I just don't have the same beliefs. But I respect that though, because we're all different. We all come from somewhere, you know what I mean? But
Yes.
at the end of the day, as long as I can just, love you, then I'm chilling.
And I like that you said it's the highest form of currency too, because I feel like it's something in us that we're always
It's something in you,
searching.
all right.
Yeah, you're always searching for that. So I like how you said that. You can't get away from it.
But understand that you are searching for something that you are. You are, until you realize it, you're just gonna keep searching because there's nothing for you to find.
That's true. That's
You
very,
are
very true.
you are already who you want to be and do. There's nothing in this world you can't have, be, or do.
I totally
Right.
agree.
The only limits are
I
in your
agree with
mind.
that,
Right.
100%.
There's no difference between me and Jay-Z or me and whoever you want to claim,
Right.
to
Definitely.
whatever
Is
level
the
of
difference.
success.
I agree with that.
Besides their way of thinking.
They
Okay.
say when you go against the grain of what you actually put here on this earth to do, it's a lot harder for you to live in life because what your true purpose is, everything comes easy and it comes smoother. But when
It
you
comes
go,
so smooth.
right, and so when you go against that, it gets like 10 times harder for you.
And also, I think people go against it because they can't believe it.
Right,
Yeah,
that they
true
can
story.
get
But
Because
it's
when
like you
you-
said, if you can't see it, sometimes people.
Yeah, because when you in flow, like when you're in flow, because that's basically what you're talking about. Like when you're in flow, you can't believe it. It's like a movie. It's just not. It's not possible, and you can't. The biggest thing is you can't describe. You can't tell somebody what you're going through. You just know. You know. Like,
Yes,
I know.
I know.
I know that I
Yes,
know.
yes.
Even though I can't tell you.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of us are there just trying to express ourselves. You know, but we express ourselves through our language and our language. And like, all right, so have you ever noticed that you can only think in the language that you can speak?
Right.
And you can only think using the vocab that you know. So
Right.
if you have a lot of hate, if you have a lot of, like if you have a language of hate in your head, a language of gossip, always talking about somebody, you're going to be talking about yourself. The reason why people are always afraid of being judged is because they judge.
Yeah.
They know what it's like to judge.
Right.
Okay.
See, I don't judge anymore.
Right.
So I'm not afraid of judgment because
It's
I
a
don't
familiar
judge.
place
Right.
to them.
Yeah.
That's why they
Yeah.
continue
And how
to
you
do
judge
it.
people, I mean, is how people will judge you.
Right,
Comes
you teach
back.
people how to treat you.
Right.
You know,
It'll
so
come back.
I'm teaching y'all now to love me. So when
Okay.
y'all see me, no matter what y'all going through, y'all gonna love me. Even though y'all might be fighting with your boyfriend, your daughter, your son, maybe you having
Right.
financial problems, and when you see me, I know, me and you know that it's gonna be nothing
Right,
but
it's
love.
all
If
love.
it's not, then it's gonna go against my being.
Right.
Right.
So I won't be able to be around
Around
you.
you.
And the
Okay.
universe
Right.
will make
Absolutely.
sure that I'm not around you. I don't have to do that.
Right.
Right.
This
So
is
I
true.
feel, yeah. So to that point, a lot of people, they try to kick people out their life. You don't got to do that.
It
The
just-
universe will just pull them
Move 'em
out.
out.
This
They'll
is
move 'em out.
true.
Just let it be.
Reorganize. Move
Yeah.
A lot of
around.
people talk about God and they pray to God, but they don't act. They don't act like they believe.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Because if you believe, what
That's
you worry
true.
about money for?
Yes.
Sunshine,
You
why are you
really,
making
like,
that
you
face?
No, I was just thinking
You know?
about like stuff that we were talking about earlier, but
She's thinking about her life.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to find out about that later. I looked over, she had a crazy face. I'm like, what's up?
Damn, that's deep.
When I get home, I'm taking all my money out the bank. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to Trinidad. I'm going to Trinidad. See? I'm going home. No.
Say that, yo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask about that though. Crazy,
Yeah.
that face was crazy. It said it all. It said everything in her face. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? You were saying that love is the highest form of currency. I used to always say that like your vibe is your currency, and I would like live
True
by
story.
that.
Y'all
And-
never heard that? And I
That's
believe in
kinda
like a
true, too.
divine message every time I go somewhere. I listen for like God to speak to me because like, so when I'm like, all right, so, and I didn't want to cut you off,
No, you good.
but I know that I can only receive a message from God through another human being. There's no other way for me to find out anything.
Right.
So when I'm around people, I always try to like think about like listen to them because they're going to say something that
Need
that
That
I
you
never
like.
heard.
Yeah, yeah.
So you said that your vibe is your currency.
Yes. Man, you feel me? Good vibes, sunshine.
And on that note,
Let me write this down. Go ahead.
Yes, your vibe is your currency. And I was just thinking about that because you said love is the highest form of currency. And I'm like, love is the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like on that frequency, like everything makes sense. Like everything Mr. Love on Purpose over here was saying makes sense.
Mr. Love.
Love is the
And
vibe.
that's the currency right there.
right,
So it's just, that's amazing. Like,
But the funny thing is that anytime I do talk to people about this stuff, is that they don't know what to do afterwards. They don't know how to not talk negative about a person, place, or thing. They don't know how to not talk about somebody that's not in the room. They don't know how to not have an opinion about somebody else and only have an opinion about themselves. They don't know like where that starts. You know, like how would we have opened the show if we couldn't have talked about anybody that
But
wasn't in the room?
when you think about it, majority like of our people in general, like we're mentally programmed
Yeah,
to
this
be
is true.
like that.
But you
know
know
what I'm saying?
this.
Like,
But you know this,
yeah.
and that's where your willpower comes from. You
Yeah.
knowing that, you fight to get through it until you're on the other side.
so what would like the top 3 things that a person could do to, I guess, go outside the door and change that? Like, what would you say?
Stop
To
judging.
them.
Stop judging everything that you see. Just accept it for how it is. Life is perfect, just the way it is. You just have to stop judging it. We give things meaning, right? So, like, you know, so right now there's some strawberries here. To somebody, that's disgusting. Maybe they had a really bad sexual experience with strawberries. For somebody else, no, listen, right? For somebody
allergic.
else, they're allergic. So that's death. That's death to them. They would
Right.
die if they eat that. And then somebody else like myself, I'm like, oh, I love fruit. I have strawberries in my cup. Can I have one? Right? So we all gave it our own meaning, and then
Yes.
we interact with it on the way that we believe.
Right.
You know, so our beliefs create our behaviors. So just
Yes.
understanding that, you know, I just choose to believe things that are healthy
Yes.
for me and for those that are around me.
So it seems
Okay.
like you're giving out a lot of information about mental health too, like how you can mentally get in a good space, because I know some of the statistics for blacks or African Americans, however you'd like to refer to that, they experience a lot of trauma. And so it seems like you're giving out good points that could help people get through some of that trauma that they experience on a daily basis.
Right. Yeah. But it's to just really bring awareness that, look, I guess I'm saying this. We all on the same planet, but we're not in the same world. The world is what's in your head, what you believe, your religion, your school, your parents, all the things that mean something to you. Nothing in your world means nothing to me. Just understand that. Your kids mean nothing to me. I don't care about your kids at all. They're not. I don't even know if they exist. I don't even know if you have kids. All I know is this one moment. And in this moment, I want to create love and peace and harmony. Right. Anything around me, no matter what it takes, even if it takes a shot at my pride or ego.
Okay.
I respect that.
Yes, definitely.
And everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
This is true.
Yeah.
So you went with stop
so
judging.
You said, yeah, so to stop judging would be the first thing. Gratitude is the best attitude. You know, you gotta think.
Definitely.
You gotta think.
True story.
Yeah, you gotta think. So thoughts attract thoughts like it. So, when you think something, so when I said strawberry, you thought of something. A whole story came behind that in your head. Right? If I say car, there's a whole story in your head. Maybe it's the car you bought. If I say girlfriend, boyfriend, there's a whole thing that pops up in your head. How you feel about that thing that pops up is what you're experiencing. You experience your thoughts. You don't experience the experience. Like I say that about, slavery or different things that have happened in the past that we haven't experienced. We experienced the thought of it. It's what somebody gave us. It's the thought of it, but we wasn't there. And we carry that thought and those emotions through us, living beings, to someone else. And we give it to them. And sometimes we think that we're informing. I like to say we're influencing, or that we're infecting, depending on what it is that's being said. But it's just important to just, remember, that like go with your gut.
All the time.
Right.
So, according to the CDC, they say that African American adolescents are 10% more likely to be in distress.
Yeah, that's only because they believe it, though.
And that's what I was saying.
You gotta stop believing all that shit that y'all read. You know what I mean? Like,
this is why I don't watch the news.
But how can we help them and get that information?
What if I told you that you were? What if I told you that you were God and everything that you believe is happening through your eyes? I can't see through your eyes. I don't know what I look like to you. I don't know what this room looks like. I don't.
He's psyching me out right
No,
now.
I don't, though, right? I don't.
But he's psyching me out right now.
No, I don't. I don't know what you see. I don't know how you feel right now. I don't know. All I know is what I know. That's it. That's all that I know.
Right.
And the one thing I do know is that I don't know shit about shit that be happening.
Right.
All I know is that I can
So
love
basically,
them.
you're saying just love.
Just chill.
Okay.
Everybody want to know what to do. The thing is, just chill the fuck out. Everybody sit down.
Say that.
Sit your ass
Everybody sit down, smoke some weed, and chill.
We can't tell that to the kids.
Oh, no, to the kids? Listen,
Yeah, I mean.
listen, to every kid out there, like if you hear my voice, I don't know what year this is, what time this is, or where you are, what you're going through. But you just remember to think for yourself. A lot of people, they think using other people's thoughts and beliefs. Like, I always say, like, is the ground, so I always say, like, is the earth round or flat? You don't know. If you even
I've never seen it myself.
Right. If you gave yourself an answer, that's somebody else's thoughts. If you ain't never see it, how do you know?
So you think a lot of times that people are in distress because
They believe
they're
lies.
going with other people.
They believe lies.
Taking other people's information or
lies.
what other people have, and they're trying to
They believe
measure a
it, and
standard.
then they don't understand how powerful they are, and then they create it, which is like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
And then they reinforce their beliefs. So
What type of, when you say that, what do you think? What type of lies do you think that people are, reinforcing? That's putting them in these positions.
All right. So the best example that I can give. Man, I hope y'all put a disclaimer before this for any kids. So, Santa
try
Claus.
it.
All right, so look, Santa Claus is not real, right? We know this, right?
Damn.
Okay. So Imagine a kid that believes Santa Claus is real, right? So
Terrible.
So just tell me what you tell a kid about Santa. You know,
Right.
He's not real.
Okay. No, but you better be nice. You better not proud. You know, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Right.
I'm telling
Leave
you
him
why.
some milk and
Right.
cookies.
Right, leave him some milk and cookies. Do be good.
Be
He's going to
good.
give you anything you want.
Right.
So now let's just say the kid wants a bike. I want a bike. I've been good. He knows he's been good.
He's been trying to be good. He made a point in his mind.
No. He knows he's been good.
Right.
Okay? You interpret his behavior as bad. Okay? The perfect example is that I was reading this book once and it was talking about this kid that kept running around the corner. Right? And his mom was like, it's dangerous around the corner. Stop running around the corner. Stop running around the corner. Right? Kept running around. Kept running around. Ran around the corner again. His mom went around the corner. Boy, didn't I tell you not to walk around the corner? Started beating him and everything. Come on, you don't know, like, you're going to get killed out here. Like, you got to pay attention.
Right.
Right? And then the boy was like, Mom, what's a corner?
Oh, my God.
So you just got to pay attention because you're just assuming. You know? But the kid in his head, he's being good. He's just playing. He's just loving.
Right.
He's just being a kid. He just wants to be a kid. And he thinks he's being good.
So he didn't even know he did anything wrong.
Right. He didn't know he did anything
Right.
wrong. He didn't even understand what a corner was. He just saw you going like this. And now he's trying to figure out, okay, you know, some of these words I don't know, right? You know, the way that the sentence is being formed, I don't know, but I do know that this energy is upset at me.
Right.
And I'm just going to figure out what it is. Maybe this? Is it this? No, you want me to finish eating this? No? Okay,
Right.
you want me to pull my pants up? Oh, pull my pants up. Oh, pull my pants
Yeah.
up. Oh, every time I'm in the bathroom, I got to pull my pants up. So it begins to create a habit, which is triggered by reward. So it's like every time you do something good, you got to get a reward. And then you grow up thinking your whole life that every time you do something good, you got to get a reward and all that. But anyway, back to the kid. So the kid thinks, I'm going to be good. I'm going to get a bike. Right? So Christmas come. He's been good. He didn't get a bike because the truth is his mom can't afford it.
Right.
That's the truth.
Right.
The lie is that Santa Claus will bring you whatever if you be good.
Right.
So now the kid noticed that the boy across the street, same house, same everything, there's nothing different, but he's bad according to him.
Right.
He's a bad kid. He does
Right.
all the other things that he's not allowed to do.
Right.
He got a bike. So Santa Claus brought him a bike. Well, I can be
I
bad
didn't get
and I'm
one.
going to get a bike. Who's to tell me no or not? Who's to tell me this?
Yes.
But so now he starts being bad because the way he believes, he can't express it to you because he's a kid. He might be 5, 8, whatever, right? Can't express it to you because he's a kid, but now he's acting out and he's being bad all the time. So one day find out that Santa Claus isn't real. So he created a whole life and behaviors and all of the things off of his beliefs. So that's why I said it's important for you to just pay attention to what you believe. It's okay to take information in. It's okay for somebody to say something to you or whatever. That's okay. But do you believe it? That's where your power lies.
Right.
And,
Wow.
you know, the whole thing about responsibility is the ability to respond. If I asked you, like, what color is this?
Black.
Black. You couldn't have said around the corner. Because
Right.
it don't make sense. Because I limit your ability to respond by my response. So understand that when I speak, I am putting you in a box that you can only speak out of. And I'm responsible for that box. So if I say I hate you, what are you going to say?
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm stuck.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I got two options.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it still limits.
Right.
You say I love you, I hate you.
Or I hate you back.
But,
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but you won't say, all right, I'll see you next week. That don't make sense. Because of what I said.
Right.
So I have the ability to respond. So when something happens, you got that split second in there where you can be everything you always wanted to be. And you just can't let it be taken away because you're emotional.
But if someone doesn't have, if a person or a child, adolescent doesn't have someone like you around, what, how do they form that thought pattern? Like, how do they learn to think that way? If they have parents that aren't really, maybe they're not really involved, or maybe they're not giving them that good information like you're giving right now.
You get to a point in your life where you learn the truth, and then you're responsible.
Okay.
Yes.
But
That's true.
what do you say prior to that point, and they're acting out and they're in distress, and it says African Americans are committing suicide at a higher rate.
That's because of what
according
they believe.
to the CDC.
Right. That's because of what they believe.
Right.
And I understand that because I went to commit suicide twice. I actually tried. Well, no, I didn't try because I wouldn't be here. Because anything I do, I do. So I don't try anything.
Right.
But I thought about it before, and I understand that it's because of judgment. Like a lot of people think like
Yes.
Judgment Day is like this day where like, I don't know, like the sky's gonna open up and all this other stuff. But I believe that Judgment Day is the day that you judge one last time, where you make a judgment to never judge again. I think it takes a long time for you to get there.
Or
It takes you maybe cheating, being broken up, hurting someone, crying, somebody hurt you, forgiving someone, maybe somebody forgiving you. You know the things about life, but it creates, basically what happens is one day you realize that the world is happening because of you, that you exist and that it's responding to you. And that once you realize the power, you want it so bad that you're willing to give anything for it. And all you got to do is give love.
Right. Wow.
So basically, we need to just let that people that are in distress or they're
love on
struggling
purpose, to love on purpose.
just, right.
Love on purpose. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally.
And you're here for a reason.
Right.
Don't assume.
Right. Don't assume. So be impeccable with your word. Don't assume. Always do the best you can. Never take anything personal. And always be skeptical. People lie to themselves, so of course they're gonna lie to you.
Right.
Right. Wow.
I like that. That's definitely true.
Okay, Mr. Love on Purpose. Y'all, I want to thank you so much for coming by.
That was it. The time is over.
Spending, and
Oh
spending
my
your
God, that went
Gotta
too
get out of here.
fast.
time with
Over,
us. I
dude.
appreciate you. Yes.
We need to do an extended
See,
episode.
I know, right?
A part two.
We can. Part 3, part 4.
The universe allows it.
Oh yeah, we
Yes.
need that.
Universe
Oh,
willing.
definitely.
We need that.
Definitely. That
A
would
2,
be so
3, and
dope.
4.
Wherever I'm needed, I'm there.
Yes, because the people need the messages
That's how I
to
went.
love on
We're all
purpose.
listen. We're all messengers,
Yes.
and you have to really be aware of what your message is.
Okay. Got you.
True story.
Because you're spreading the message right now to me, to
This is
everybody in the
true.
room when
Right.
you leave, when
Yes.
you go home. You're spreading a message. What is that message? Because that's what your kids are going to do and your family, and that's how people are going to treat you.
All right. So what's your final message?
Love on purpose.
Love on purpose.
Period.
That's it.
There we go.
All right.
Shout out to Ace of Space Sue.
Well,
Thank
you
you,
ever
sir,
think
for
about
Shout
coming
out to
branding?
Sir.
through.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
What you
Thank
say?
You ever
Wait,
think-
What'd you
I don't
say?
know. I don't know what's going on.
I
You
said,
asked
you
another
ever think about branding that?
question? I mean, that's symbolism. So no. I think that I don't know. I know that I don't have to brand it because the fastest thing in the world is not the speed of light, it's the speed of thoughts. So just you hearing it is branded. You
Okay.
remember who told you?
True story.
I don't
I like
don't
that.
need I don't need
Right,
the
You know who
recognition.
said it.
You know who said it first.
Yeah, like I don't but even if you say it
Right.
to someone, it's the first time that they heard it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My message, like they always say that when you meet one person, you actually meet 1,000.
Yeah.
So you should be careful you should be aware
Right.
of you
Because it gets
meeting that
repeated.
person.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
now I'm going to meet 1,000 of your friends, 1,000 of your friends, and 1,000 of your friends,
Right.
and 1,000 of everybody's friends that are in here, and I'm leaving with, 6,000 more people.
Right.
Wow.
All right.
My life.
Love on purpose.
Love on
Love
purpose.
on purpose,
At
y'all.
Mr. Love on Purpose on the gram.
Yes, sir.